All right, we are doing a landscape project here today with paper. I'm going to start out with a 12 by 12 square. It can be any color. You don't have to worry about it being the same color as the sky. I'm going to start out, I probably should have started with a smaller scrap, but I'm going to start out with cutting myself a half sun. Next, I've got these rectangles here where I'll be able to share with a friend. And I'm going to think about what order I'm going to want to have my colors in. I'm going to have this be in the front, so it will be grass. Red and green are complementary colors. They're across from each other on the color wheel, and there's more contrast. It sort of makes them pop. Orange and blue are also complementary colors. There's nice contrast. I think instead of going, well, the blue to magenta looks nice as well as the orange. So I think I'll break it up instead of going red, orange like rainbow and go like this. Or do I want the yellow to the blue to the orange? What do you guys think? Yellow, orange, yellow, blue, orange?
Yeah, I like it like that.
All right, cool, thank you.
Jinx 10.
Oh. All right, so what we can do with the rectangles is we are going to either cut them or tear them. Sometimes it's hard for kids to tear paper. I'll show you how you can do that to have less of a smooth edge. So if I had that, I would make sure my edges line up nicely, and then maybe my sun would go there. That would look good. I'm not going to go all the way up to the top. I'm going to go right around here. Nothing gets glued right now. It's just like putting a puzzle together. Then I decided orange. Again, you could tear it, or if that seems a little tricky, just think about doing a wavy line, or maybe how the top of mountains look. This, now you've got two pieces. One can go to a friend, and one can go to you. You can play around with what direction you want it to go. Next, I was going to do red. I really do like the torn look. Some pieces of paper do not. They'll just do a straight line when you do this. This one is working. All right. There is some fancy paper from scrapbooking. Do I do smooth or tear this one, guys?
Tear.
Okay, we like the torn look. I kind of like how it's got that white right there too.
Well, because it makes it look.
If you notice your paper is not tearing neatly, you can just stop and do scissors. It depends which way you tear the paper. So this paper did what I wanted this direction, but if I went this way, see how that went in a straight line? So paper either tears in a straight line, and if it's not going in a straight line, it'll be crooked. But then if you turn it and go the other way, it will be in a straight line. All right, so I like how this looks right here. Pretty good. I like how the red goes up into the blue more than that, for sure. Let me check, make sure that, nope, I don't like that way. Yes, yes, and yes. Now, my sun seems like it's in a good spot. And because it's going to be kind of tricky to make sure you remember where the sun goes, I'm going to lift it up and put a little mark there. Put a little mark there for the corner underneath it. And another one right about there. And I'm going to stack these up in order. Don't need those scraps. I can share them with a friend or put them in the recycling bucket. All right, now for gluing. Glue sticks for this, and you want to make sure you really get the edges of it. The middle doesn't really matter. I hope that's where it was. Steamroll it. There we go. That's fine. You can use their paper to do that on there. I think I had this right about here. If you weren't sure, you could always line it back up and put a mark where you want the bottom of it to go. This is the first one you're going to glue. Because if you start down here, what would happen if you did this? Oh, it's already there. What's the point of this?
It just looks weird.
Yeah, we don't want to do it like that.
Really weird.
So I'm going to go back. You can either do it on the table or you can do it on your other paper. We'll just wash them off at the end. Try to get it lined up as close to the edges as you can, then steamroll it. If you're not into rolling the glue stick over it, you can turn it over and go like that. If you get little pieces of glue on there, it will dry and be clear. It'll be fine. My next one. Did I just like, orange goes next. You have to go kind of fast with a glue stick. They dry pretty quickly. Really make sure you get those edges. Did I do that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, good. Then my red one. If you're not sure where you're going to want it to go, try it and line it up again. That's how I wanted that one, yes.
It looks good, Miss Spence.
Thank you. Now these look really nice if you just leave it like this at the end. But my plan with you guys was to wait until next week and paint flowers and trees and add some details. You could either do it with paint or pastels or whatever type of material is your favorite to work with. Last piece. I didn't put my name on it yet because if I put it at the bottom, it would have been covered up by this one. All the way, try to get those corners lined up. If yours is a little crooked and wonky, I will use the paper cutter to even it up. Like right here, my edge is not just perfect, which is fine, but I can just make a really quick cut on there for everybody. If you use the fancy paper at the bottom, it might not work very well for this. Probably should use a Sharpie. Make sure you put your day name on, and voila. There you go, landscape. Thank you.